between Lane Kiffin and a bunch of Ole Miss like sorority girls, and like he's like on Snapchat with them too.
Well, you saw the Ben Garrett. He texted the AI picture of him with the hat that says "ho" on it.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Folks, welcome in for Trainwreck today. It is the hump day. We are on to the second half of the week. We've got Sabres in action tonight. We've got a weekend coming with Bills, UB, and much more. And we're into December, and it's time to remember. Let's go.
We all need a place where we can be ourselves, somewhere you can leave all your worries on the shelf, and whether you win or lose, you can count on me, and I can count on you. You know this train never stops. This train never stops. You know this train never stops. This train never stops. You know this train never stops. This train never stops. You know this train never stops. You know this train never stops.
Folks, welcome on in. We are in the Hamburg studio. Trainwreck today, brought to you by Trainwreck Sports, Herd of Buffalo. Make sure you're following along for all the action. I'm Maniac. We got Slick Al on my left. We got Dreamboat Don on the ones and twos on my right. We got the amazing crew in here, but it's hump day. It's time to hunker down and get ready for the second half of the week ahead. Slick, that means Sabres tonight. That means a big weekend ahead of Bulls and Bills action as well.
Big week ahead. Sabres got me feeling really good going into a road matchup, little road trip as well done.
6 in a row.
Yep, 6 on the road, but feeling good after a phenomenal win on Monday.
Feeling great. Total domination. Best this team has looked all year. And fellas, I got an update. I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid anymore.
Oh my God.
I'm drinking something a little bit stronger. You know what I'm drinking? Know what I got in my cup right here?
What is that?
This is Darlene instead of the Kool-Aid. We're drinking Darlene. That's right, folks.
I don't even know
The
what
Sabres,
just happened
Darlene.
over there.
We're drinking it.
Darlene has got Don leaning one way or the other. Select people are leaning a little bit backwards. Obviously, the Patriots win again on Monday Night Football. That was about 36 hours ago. 10 in a row. Now 10 wins rattled off in a row by the team. No one saw this coming. Again, there was a point, 3 weeks in where the Bills were minus 1,000 to win the division. But with that said, is there any doubting the Patriots at this point?
I think there is serious doubt when you can get to the playoffs. Obviously, we haven't seen them in that scenario yet. But yeah, they look good. There's no doubting them up until this point. The coaching's great. The players have been good. Obviously, the schedule has been questionable. But as you said, 10 in a row and leading the AFC East by a wide margin. We don't really have a shot there to come back. I am interested to see how they fare in the playoffs. But I really don't know why people thought the Giants had a chance on Monday.
Sometimes the line does the talking. +7, you had Jackson Dart coming back. But yeah, before Drake May even really makes a throw, they're down 17-0. So it's like,
I will say, all the Drake May stuff reminds me of how over the moon we were with Josh Allen after we knew that he was going to be our franchise guy. Like, I saw a video of Drake May just sitting on the sideline pregame in the cold, just sitting there. And every single comment was like, how he gets acclimated to the cold is so tough. Like, how he shivers in the cold is so tough. Just everyone drooling over every little thing that this guy does. And it feels very Josh Allen-esque in the 2018, 2019 convergent era when we knew Josh was going to be a superstar. So definitely worrisome on that front.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens in the playoffs, but all you can say is, hey, we've seen a number of good teams stumble against bad teams this year, the Bills being one of them. And you can say what you want about their schedule, but they've just gotten it done. Every team they're supposed to beat, they're supposed to lay the beating on, they've done it too. Now, you could say last game that it was defense in a huge way, but still, I mean, something to be said about a team that's just taking care of business and, just early and often against these bad teams. So, we'll have to see.
Yeah, the NFL's a week-to-week league, and for the last 2.5 months, the Patriots have done exactly what they've said they were going to do and what they set out to. I think there is something in it with the coaching. I mean, but Drake May is leading the league in passing yards right now, so you can't say that they're like hiding him.
Probably a top 3 MVP candidate.
100% a top 3 MVP candidate. Tim Stafford, and then the rest of the crew, it seems to be like. On the Bills side of it, we just had a McDermott presser. The biggest news out of everything seems like 2 fronts. One is that Deion Dawkins is working his way back, still in concussion protocol. And Slick, we could be without Bosa's and Mimosas potentially on Sunday.
That would be a huge hit. Obviously, the D-line already taking some hits. And I think we just picked up another defensive end yesterday as well, off waivers.
Yeah, we're making a little roster shuffle there.
So there's definitely some adjustments being made, probably accounting for that now, already knowing that he was probably going to be out on Sunday. Hopefully we can get some guys back, the likes of Curtis Samuel, maybe the likes of Terrell Bernard. I really don't know what Terrell's timetable is, but
and then you have the dilemma. You have Terrell Bernard coming back in, but what do you do with Shaq Thompson? Because they kind of filled the same position there. Now, obviously, people are saying that Bean, Babbage have been tinkering with it. Don, after coming out of Pittsburgh, before we get into a little Cincy talk, a little Cincy preview, where is your confidence level with this team versus where it's been all year? Because obviously you had the strong start, the 3-0, 4-0 start there. But now they had a little bit of a flutter in the middle. But that second half at Pittsburgh was kind of like one of the more dominant halves that this defense has put forward. Now, Pittsburgh's got their own string of problems, but is that something to build off of? Are we gaining momentum at the right time like we typically do?
Well, real quick, we're talking about updates. Any Kincaid update?
No tangible Kincaid update from what I can see.
Yeah, he's kind of been dodging that question. Okay, in terms of my confidence, I mean,
limited in practice. He was practicing.
Okay,
limited.
All right, good stuff. So going into this game, I did say I thought we were gonna gash the Steelers. I didn't think it was going to be all on the ground, or the passing game was like not even necessary. I feel confident about the defense big time. Despite their injuries, they're still getting guys to step up, still making plays. Feeling great about that. Need us to get healthy. That's really the key for me, is if we have Kincaid in the lineup, if we have Dawkins in the lineup, and Bosa, if we can have as close to a healthy Bills team as possible for the playoffs, I think we're in a great position. But in terms of have things changed a ton for me, I don't know, because I think the biggest concern was the offensive play calling and how Josh felt. And, that wasn't really like nothing really changed because, again, the complaint was Joe Brady's calling the same play over and over and over. Well, in those games, it didn't work. This game, he called the same play over and over, and now he's a genius because it worked. And Josh's arm wasn't needed. So not much has changed on that front, but I'll say this, my confidence all year long has been this team can go to the Super Bowl. So
I don't think it's so much that like he's a genius after this game. I think a lot of people have started to see like, okay, we did win, but it wasn't pretty. And Joe Brady is still using the root problem that we've been saying all year long.
Every win gets gauged against, is that going to get it done in the AFC Championship on the road? Is that going to get it done in the Super Bowl? And you're always going to poke holes when you put things to that assessment.
It's just bizarre, too, because, again, like this kind of came up midseason. Like this was a team that's kind of been designed, especially defensively, to like beat the Chiefs style of game. And now like they're might not even be in the playoffs, most likely won't be in the playoffs. And Ravens as well are on the bubble. So there's a big, I keep using the word spooky, but it's getting kind of spooky. I don't know what to expect once we get to the playoffs because we're going to be playing teams we haven't ever seen at all or haven't seen in the playoffs. Like Colts haven't really seen them in recent years in their modern version. Jags haven't seen them. Chargers, we saw them last year and took care of business, I believe.
See, when you read out all those teams,
Broncos we saw last year in the playoffs.
None of those teams you just mentioned, I'm like shaking in my boots.
Yeah,
there's not a single one.
The good thing is we get 2 good looks at New England before going to the playoffs.
Yes.
So, but yeah, all the teams I just mentioned.
One.
Yeah, if it began today,
maybe the Texans too. They might be sneaking in.
If the playoffs began today, the Bills would be the 7th seed. They'd be going to Denver. Then they would be going to a rested New England team if they won. And then they would be going to who? But like the funny thing about that is that would arguably be the toughest part of the road because after that, you'd have Colts, Jaguars, Ravens, Chargers. You don't fear any of those.
Just pick one from the field.
Four more
if they can make it all the way to there,
that's what I'm saying.
And you get through the Broncos and Patriots, you're not even concerned at that point.
Speaking of the Chiefs, we have to bring this up. What did we think about Coach Reed's comments? Says we're going to tickle your tonsils every game.
That was a little inappropriate.
Yeah.
But you know what?
You didn't hear that?
I didn't hear that.
It doesn't surprise me that he said something.
I mean, he is a little zesty of a guy. I'm not going to lie.
Big time zest.
Yeah.
And let's face it, this isn't a normal position for him to be in the last 5 years. They're typically 8-2, 9-3. The fact that they're 6-6 or whatever, I mean, they're in an uncomfortable and unfamiliar spot, and that's maybe why Andy Reid acted a little unfamiliar with those comments would be my take.
Yeah. Yes. I don't know. Saying like, hey, we got to win out and we're going to be tickling your tonsils every game. It's a weird way to say you're coming after your opponents, but I don't know. I'm not an NFL coach. Maybe he's got some secret juice in there.
I know he loves tickling his tonsils with double cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
So.
I think this is the biggest over-under, by the way, say it Bills this weekend since week 1.
I was going to say, if there's any week where you need to try and open the offensive playbook wide open with passing schemes, this is it. Like the Bengals defense notoriously has stunk this year, probably leading to why this over-under is so high. I don't know what that says about our defense.
So they let the Ravens go up and down the field last weekend or last Thursday, but they held them to field goals, and then they ultimately started scoring themselves.
But that might have been one of the best games their defense played all year.
Yeah, points-wise, for sure.
Yeah. Well, they like you said, they
division opponent, that kind of draws it up, right?
For sure. But yeah, I mean, the over-under says it all. What'd you say it's at?
52.5. Bills are -6, -5.5. Some spots Polymarket of it all.
I mean, I think that
do you think that's fair?
I think that all feels right based on the performance the Bengals had. Obviously, Joe Burrow coming back, showed really good signs of life. The Bills, people aren't bought in all the way back in on them yet because got past Pittsburgh easily, but very one-dimensionally. So I think the Bengals is more of a test than people might think, and Vegas is accounting for that. But if we beat Pittsburgh more convincingly, I think it probably would have been over a touchdown score. But I think the 5.5 is right. Over under expected to be high, and Yeah, all things
You
considered.
just got to score them out of the building.
I think the weather should be accounting for some scoring as well.
I think if Higgins and Chase are going to be back, you've got to score. So, yeah, I think the Bills need to put up 35 in the spot for sure. Sounds like he's going to be back. He's got projected fantasy points.
Okay, if he's got projected fantasy points, that's also accounting for that 52 up there.
Yeah.
We do have some lines out for the passing yards too.
Okay. What do we got?
So guess what Joe Burrow's at?
237.5.
I'm going to go to
247. 247.
I was literally just about to say that number. That's absolutely insane.
Yeah,
254 and a half. So they got him lot. And then
you were just going to say,
I was going to say 253.
What do you think Josh Allen's at?
I would put him a little more.
279.
Oh, actually, you know what? The James Cook is going to mess this all up with thing. Give me 242.
235 and a half.
Yep, I knew it was going to be less because they're going to be more dependent on the pass.
Yeah, so they do have Joe Burrow going passing big time, which even you saw last game, even when they were up against the Ravens, they were just throwing the ball. So yeah, it's going to be without Bosa. I mean, that's tough. We're going to need to get to him if he's dropping back.
Yeah,
so.
it's a Bosa's MMO. Yeah, we need Bosa playing this weekend. Real quick, I was trying to draw up like a little hypothetical. If you could make a group of players healthy for the rest of the year, these are your two groups, and I want to know who you would choose. Dawkins and Oliver, or Palmer, Kincaid, and Samuel. So you get 3 offensive weapons, or you get two of your pretty trench guys. Who would you bless with like 100% health for the rest of the year? By the way, something Curtis Samuel hasn't really seen since he's been a Buffalo Bill.
I'm going to say Kincaid, Samuel,
and Palmer.
Now that being because the night and day of our passing game with
Kincaid. God, that's your 3 weapons.
The other 2 are just like a bonus where like it's like great to have. The defense has been able to hang on despite these injuries.
I think the defense is a top 5 unit if they get Oliver back and we sustain at that point.
Yeah.
That's even with the losses of Taylor Rapp. That's with having Jordan Poyer play a lot more. This defense is absolutely gelling at the right time. And if we're going to put I want to put one final note on this. The second half adjustments from the Bills this year, especially on the road, Atlanta, Houston, like last week in Pittsburgh, defensively, stopped them. Literally all 3 of those teams were virtually stopped in the second half of their games. The offense ultimately couldn't get done. The offense gets it done once they kind of get some momentum going in Pittsburgh. So McDermott and those second half adjustments, that could be a key thing if we have some road games in the playoffs this year.
Yeah,
which we will.
But it's going to take gut. Speaking of which, Don, Sabres fans are feeling pretty good in the gut after that 5-1 win over the Jets. Always feels good to beat the Jets when you're in Buffalo. Whether it's the New York or the Winnipeg, causing the Jets to have a players-only meeting.
Yeah, you love when that happens. I mean, Bills have done that to the Miami Dolphins before. Seeing the Sabres on the other side of that, I mean, that's all you had to see. Everyone I talked to that was at the game or watched it was just blown away by how great it was having both Norris back and Benson.
There was some Ottawa Buffalo rift because Norris scored 2 goals, 2 even strength goals or something, and that was as many as Dylan Cousins has in the last month and a half or something.
Oh, wow.
So,
yeah. So I guess they're tied.
People are salty now again, but truly said, like you said, this is the first time all year it feels like where that top 5 to 6 is kind of where they wanted it to be.
Yeah, and I mean it's all year long. It's puck battle, control the neutral zone. This game, I mean, they're dumping the puck in. They couldn't get anything going. We were just right out with it. Great puck movement, minimal giveaways that the Sabres have been patently known for in the past. I said it walking out of the stadium, quick movement, quick feet, quick decisions. Everything was quicker. Everything was what we wanted it to be. And then I turn on the Lindy press conference in my car, and the first thing he says is, I really liked how quick we were playing tonight.
There you go.
So me and Lindy were on the same page, and that's what it is. Like, we're a speed team. I mean, we controlled the shots. We also had guys selling out blocking shots, and UPL.
Yeah, where are we at
Is
on
it
my
his
guy?
crease to
Dude.
lose now? I mean, he seems to be all the way back.
He's number one for
He
me.
stopped at what, one or two breakaways?
Yeah,
you know?
the game before last week, he was stopping
Great
Bedard
game.
on breakaways. Like
The only
you know?
goal he let in was a guy uncovered that just tipped it right
Yeah,
to his
Crazy
leg.
tip. Like, it looked
Yeah.
like no goalie had a chance on that, right? So
Yeah,
it's just
but
you're
No,
getting
that's stereotypical.
the thing
Cover
to
the
me
net.
with UPL, and this is as a UPL lover, literally, like is that the first 12 minutes tends to be like the ultimate indicator on what you're getting that night. If he survives that first 10 to 12 minutes, you definitely could be at a sub 2 or less like goals like allowed that game.
Well, there also was that game earlier in the season. He lets up 2 in the first
and he let up 3 for
2
the
minutes.
whole game or whatever.
Yeah. So,
So,
and
again,
we win
that's
5-3.
I think on the season, he's now above a 900 save percentage. I think on the season, he's below a 3 goals against. So, yeah, I mean, this guy, you would think he has to be the guy, but at the same time, I want to say this. Whatever we have to do to keep the mojo going, if we got to sprinkle an Ellis here or there, we're going to need Lyon in a spot or two. So you got to make sure we platoon these guys properly.
Who starts the road trip tonight? I probably like Ellis.
I don't
Give
mind
UPL
Ellis
a
starting.
break.
Yeah, you got like
It's-
again.
it's-
That's the whole thing. Is like you can't have UPL doing 4 to 6 games
Can't
in a
go
row.
3 in a row right now.
So
Right now,
three
especially
is
to
right
start
on the
the road
precipice
trip.
of that. So yeah. So again, keep him fresh. He's playing better. Again, if you're feeling like he's super hot and UPL is running around like dragging his like nuts
If
in the
he's
locker
begging to
room,
play,
that's
then
what I'm
like, yeah,
saying.
get
Then
him in
sure,
the crease. Yeah.
Maybe you give him one more game, but I would just like to see the platoon
So
of it all.
save
But I'm
percentage.
very interested. So you guys are both UPL him right now.
Yeah, big time. I've never been off.
I like our position. I've liked all 3 of our goalies. I thought to start off, UPL kind of looked like the
Shaky.
least, but he's
Yeah, I was
taken
never
over.
off, but I was hanging.
Anyone, even the most staunch UPL
I
supporters,
was
after a couple
hanging
of
on.
those starts, had to be like, "What the
I was
hell,
hanging on
UPL?"
by a couple fingers.
I'll say if I had to pick Lyon or Ellis, I like Ellis just because he's a little bit younger, and that I think that youth and energy is going to definitely come into play on a road trip. So I like him. Him in the spot. It's again, it's a great problem to have, especially as injuries happen. But UPL, he earned his 40 Thieves beer.
Yeah, he earned his.
Definitely.
He earned his 40 Thieves. That maybe is that our new thing? He earned his 40 Thieves post game. Like I'm down for it. Why not? Like,
Yeah,
why not reward a guy?
And we're like, no,
Again, I
can't go to
cannot
40
stress enough
thieves.
that
If we're gonna post about him, like, come on, he's not focused.
Yeah.
He's going out on
It's gotta
the
go both
Wednesday
ways. It's
before
gotta go both
Thanksgiving.
ways.
we got to celebrate
Yeah.
when he can go.
That guy better have dropped a 6-pack off.
I cannot
for him.
state enough that Jonas Enroth was on Sabres Live yesterday, and there was a point in time in the last 15 years where he was being led around Encore on a leash, okay? So when you send me a video of UPL laughing and having a drink, it just sounds so ridiculous to be like persecuting him as a person for that. That'd be my take. Speaking of rowdiness, though, Don, you got kicked out after catching a puck?
Not me.
Oh, okay, a rowdy fan.
Yeah, I was rowdy. No, but we had the video. It's been since deleted. I wish I could find it. So on almost the complete opposite end of the rink of me, I want to say, like, so if I'm in the corner of like 118, 119, what would that be? Like 101?
No, it goes up to 127, I want to say, or so.
Oh, wait,
you're,
It's like 102.
you're a third of the way there.
Let me see. Let me pull up the chart. So this was 108, 107, where the Sabres
Okay.
shoot twice. So this guy, I didn't know the backstory. I just see like puck flies out of play, him jump up, and he's doing one of these. The whole section's going crazy, and I'm like, all right, yeah, like cool.
Let's go.
I like
Let's
caught
go.
a puck, like huge for him.
Yeah.
And the vibes were high too. It's like 4-1 at this point, third period. Now I didn't see what else happened. All of a sudden, like 2 minutes later, I hear a bunch of booing, and it's the ushers down trying to get him. And I'm like, are they pulling like an NFL and trying to get him to like give the puck back? Like that doesn't happen normally. What's going on? They get him. They start escorting him out. He's again pumping up the crowd. Everyone's cheering. I'm like, that's weird. Go online afterwards. Turns out guy might have had a few too many, said some words you're not allowed to say. Might have been, telling a couple people they're number one in the crowd. And then when he caught the puck, apparently he had already been warned. He turned right around to the ushers and told them they're all number one, double number one.
Double number one.
And
Right in
so
the
he
middle.
got booted. But I don't know. times like that when the Sabres are winning, and even the guy, he's drunk, he's like, all right, fine, I'll leave. Like, and everyone,
He's like, at least I got a puck.
and it was high schoolers night, so there's like a bunch of high schoolers too, like applauding him.
Setting a good example for the youth.
So that was, I don't know. I miss those days of the Saberhood when you had people by the third period getting rowdy, getting after it, all in good fun
For the good reasons.
Yeah.
When we're winning
for the good
games.
reasons.
Yes.
Yeah. We're
'cause
not fighting anybody. Nothing, And I'm the guy like, hey, if you break a rule, tell fly a couple birds at some people and they kick you out.
Yeah.
You go peacefully. Hey, it's all good.
Time to catch the
It's all
train.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, time to catch the next bus out. Speaking of the next bus out, Lane Kiffin saga drags on. Even though he's a Tiger, he's still got the Ole Miss in the bio. He's tweeting the Tiger stuff. Like, what's going on here, Slack?
I saw some alleged photos of text messages between him and some Ole Miss gals yesterday that were quite intriguing. It was also intriguing to find out that Lane Kiffin uses Snapchat.
He's active.
At the ripe age of 40-something years old.
He's active.
And he's a big hot yoga guy from now what I'm hearing. The hot
He's
yoga
50
gals
years
at
old, by the way.
even riper. The hot yoga gals of Ole Miss are spilling the tea on Lane Kiffin's habits and rituals in the hot yoga classes. Apparently, no regard for anyone else. The instructors just doing silly things and is already in a hot yoga studio in Baton Rouge right off the plane. So keeping up the tradition, I guess.
I mean, if you like memes, but you got to be thankful for times like these where it seems like the entire internet, as long as you're not an LSU fan, is just making fun of this guy. Especially like when he comes out, he's like, I told my agent, don't even tell me how much money I'll make. I want to talk to God to make this decision. Come on.
Who needs
man.
NIL when you have GOD for sure?
Hold on. I got the right sound clip for this. I mean, come on.
Brother, this guy stinks.
Agreed.
Yeah, Lane Kiffin is Andy Bernard in that one scene where he's like, I hate drama. I kind of love it though. It's just like, it's exactly like
he knows it's going to come
every
out.
time he comes public facing, he's like, this shouldn't be even like a thing. Like, I'm trying. I mean, how about the players just being like, dude, nobody wanted you to stick around.
Yeah.
That's the most surprising thing to me out of the last 24 hours.
Like, he's been on the most bold-faced line run I might have ever seen, where like he's just saying things. People are like, that's not true. He never corrects it. He acknowledges like it doesn't even happen. Goes on the bit where an Ole Miss fan is trying to run him off the road on the way to the airport.
The lies are like Lincoln logs. Like he's just stacking them together, and like if you poke one out, he's got so many now that like you haven't even disproven. Like they're like, well, what about all this? Well, that was all lies too.
Yeah.
Like the guy is just a lunatic. Needless to say, though, LSU Ole Miss from now on is going to be like
cinema.
It's going to be great. It is going to be great.
Do they play next year?
Well, I mean, probably, right? I mean,
they're probably scrambling and crossing out their T's and I's right now as we speak.
And then to make it even funnier, apparently his offensive coordinator, right, that got on the
Ole Miss, second to last game of the year.
Oh man, there we go. But the Ole Miss offensive coordinator, that one of I think 2 or 3 coaches that did get on the plane, then was like, "Hey, can I finish out the season?"
He's like, no.
Lane Kiffin said, yeah, you can, because I'm such a nice guy.
Yeah.
He pretty much had a tweet. He's like, I'm such a nice guy. I'm going to give him back.
He should have come back, and then they should have been like, you know what? You get the hell out of here,
That was why the statement was so crazy to me. Like I wasn't going to poach players. I was like, yeah, you were, dude.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Like, you absolutely were. And the only reason you're saying that right now is because you're leveraged in the situation where it makes sense. Because we've already seen the rest of the statement was a lie. The players didn't want him to stick around. There was no, like, malfeasance by the AD or anything.
At this point, there might be credible evidence that he was going to poach players for their girlfriends.
100%. He would poach someone because they wrote a bad tweet.
Yeah. I mean,
he would poach someone because they follow that reporter.
There's an alleged incident last year too, 2024, that's all over the Ole Miss message boards again. Allegedly that when they lost, the week they lost
to Florida,
to Kentucky.
Okay,
they lost, got upset by Kentucky. he was like in Dallas with like a 23-year-old girlfriend. So yeah.
I mean, I saw one of these text photos. You guys can go and search them yourself. But the first message he sent was in invisible ink.
I miss the days when you would see a screenshot and you would be pretty confident that like that happened.
These aren't even screenshots. These are photos
that's what I'm saying,
of the phone.
Okay,
of someone else's phone.
That's what you need. That's the foolproof thing here.
And then
of the phone, working with the interface, pulling up the app.
Then after this invisible ink message, this gal responds, "You're crazy." Said guy's name, I'm not going to drop it, would hate me.
Yeah.
Now, to me, that implies
a player.
Absolutely a player on the team's girlfriend that he's messaging. And then he goes, so is that a yes or a no? Are you coming over? I mean,
it's crazy.
It just keeps going. Will we get this in Baton Rouge as well?
Yeah,
with the daughter's boyfriend
I'm sure he's not going to leave the drama behind. That's for sure. Speaking of the drama,
Lane Kiffin's daughter's boyfriend runs suicides half an hour after practice.
We've got drama this weekend in the conference championships. A little drama to end the UB season though. Finished 5-7. A little bit of a lackluster finish there. I'll express it just because I know obviously we're at the pressers. We had a good relationship with the team, a really good relationship with Coach Lembo for sure. The offense just never got out of the gate. Unfortunately, I know Roberson, there was a lot of quote unquote excitement, I would say, in the program about him. A guy who was in year 7, never got it done. That offense, except for maybe a brief 20-minute period against Kent State, and that's with all due respect to the Golden Flashes and Mr. Micah, they never looked D1 quality. Even D1 quality is what I would say. And that's with Al J. Henderson. That's with McMillan. That's with Victor Snow, who are all great players. But when it goes to the quarterback and the quarterback can't get the operation going as consistently as we needed to, that's what you saw from that offense. And the reason I have to go against the offense so hard here is I felt like the defense was MAC championship caliber, legitimately. There were tons of times where they were making plays. You had Red Murdoch with a career year as far as a UB football player. So very disappointing to fall short of bowl eligibility. And truthfully, in the first week of November, they were very much in the MAC championship picture. So very disappointing end to the year. I know it's kind of like the opposite of last year because there were lower expectations last year and they had a strong end where they got to 8-4, got the bowl game, everything like that. But 9-win season last year, but fall short at 5-7 this year, Slick.
Yeah, if like you said in the beginning, it felt like there was a time at the beginning where the defense was going to at least be able to hold our team up to MAC and bowl eligibility based on how the offense was performing, and then the ship just kept sinking, and it never got above water. I'd say the only guy really looking like D1 caliber on that offense was Nate McMillan. Really great receiver, but just quite the change from last year. As you said, expectations completely flip-flopped. And I don't know if they should have been as high as they were maybe with Roberson coming in. I know there was a lot of chatter, like you said. Never lived up to any of the hype, not even close. And disappointing second go-around for Lembo after a really good first run.
Yeah, I think all I want to say, I agree with everything you're saying. I'm just going to say this. If this program wants better recruitments, better transfers, I think the live in-game experience, like we got soccer lines on the fucking field for a D1 team. We got a track around it. The stadium needs to be reworked or redone. They need to get more butts in those seats. I think that'll bring, because you got, going to a bowl game is good and being eyes on the NFL is good, but part of the big draw of like where you get these giant teams, giant rosters is people want to go and feel the energy in front of their students in their local community. And maybe we got to bring back the halftime shows. Like I was talking about, we had Tony Hawk like 20 years ago.
When we told Nick in Tampa that Tony Hawk was at a UB game, he couldn't believe it.
We
got to bring back the halftime shows. So
who would be like a modern great halftime show for a UB football game?
Psy, Gangnam Style.
Oh,
I don't know if
he's that might be.
He might be bucked. He might be bucked.
Yeah.
Speaking of a pretty penny, if someone told you you could keep it all if you guess the exact amount, what do you think it costs to like get rid of the track? Like I'm thinking like 2 to 4 million.
I was thinking even less.
I was
Like
thinking less
you
too,
think
yeah.
less?
$1 million, yeah.
I was thinking around there.
Getting rid of it isn't a problem. It's then like filling that empty space.
Well, that's
Yeah,
the thing. You got to
exactly.
put the turf, and like I'm
Yeah.
thinking, you got to put some kind of field add-on.
Turf, maybe some standing room.
I was
for
just
students.
thinking. I mean, and so maybe 1 to 2 million. Again, that just seems like something that when we talk to players, when we talk to anyone who has any admiration about UB, that would be their first on their wish list, is that they would want to get rid of the track.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's the biggest deterrent, but yeah, I mean, clearly it resonates with people. Speaking of resonating with people, it's time for conference championship weekend. We got some crazy spreads and we got some tight ones. Western Michigan in the MAC. We got Georgia -3 versus Alabama. That'll be a great game. That's basically like part 3 or 4 of that SEC championship rivalry over the last 5-10 years. You have Virginia versus Duke. I can't believe Virginia is favored in an ACC championship game. Like,
Yeah,
this is reality.
I don't know how they got there. That's
Yeah, I
like the
don't
way
really
Miami and Georgia Tech fumbled the bag.
There's something weird. What's the situation with the ACC where someone could win this, right? Like Duke could win, and they would still have to be at large or something, and Miami would actually be the team representing the ACC. Wasn't there some weird situation?
They're basically what the ACC is facing is having no playoff representation right now.
Yeah.
Because Georgia and Miami fumbled the bag so hard, neither are in the championship, and they're basically ranking.
Florida and Miami, right? I'm just making sure.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
Miami, yeah,
Sorry.
not Miami of Ohio, Miami, Florida. Yeah. The college rankings were just, I think, released today, or top 25.
Yeah, I think they did last night.
So let's see, because that's what it is. Is if Virginia, I don't even think is ranked. Okay, no,
yeah.
Virginia will sneak in at 11
Oh
if they
my
beat
God.
Duke. Now, here's the thing: if Duke wins,
Then they're out.
there's no
Yeah,
ACC team.
So ACC championship, you got like ACC reps are going to be all over. If one team wins, they're out.
Yeah, that's
Like that's unbelievable.
Yeah, because Miami got what was it last week? Or wait, no. So Miami was at 14. I don't know where they're saying now. Georgia Tech got bounced all the way to 22. So what we're looking at for our playoff right now, as released yesterday, 12 would be conference championship, number 5. So that would be Tulane. Who's Tulane?
there's also a
Tulane, North
tiebreaker.
Texas.
There's also a tiebreaker situation going on in the MAC. Like this isn't too dissimilar because this is why Duke is in this game or whatever versus Virginia. But if you look in the MAC football division, let me just pull this up real quick. Standings. So Miami is in the championship game. They're technically 4th in the conference. Western Michigan, Ohio, and Toledo were all 7-1 or 6-2. Miami of Ohio is also 6-2. They got in out of those 3 tiebreakers with a worser overall record.
yeah.
Again,
How does that make sense?
it's again.
Wild
There's just
world of
there's some
college
weird
football.
stuff.
So yeah.
Any conference? Which championship game are you guys most focused on this weekend?
I mean,
it's got to be the Big Ten, right?
Yeah, I'm most excited
It's
for
Big
Ohio
Ten
State,
and SEC.
Indiana.
If you gave me just the Big Ten and the SEC, I think you could keep the rest of the weekend.
I think
pretty
SEC
much, right?
is going to be like I don't know about a wash, but I don't think it's going to be as close as people might think. 3 is surprising.
So I'm looking too at the top 25 rankings. In a situation you might have, this is going to get real interesting. Is if Duke wins, right? They're not even ranked in the top 25, so they're not going. Now here's the question: do you let Miami win, who's at 10-2, or do you let Texas in, who's ranked 13th? Just out of
you should 100% give it to Texas because Texas. Listen, I'm not a Sarkisian guy. They booked Ohio State. They could have easily put someone in there that like was not like a tough opponent. They booked Ohio State. So
but since Tulane and North Texas are both ranked top 25, whoever wins that game the American Atlantic will have some representation.
Wow.
So that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, that's insane. I mean, Tulane being in there or not an ACC team.
That's the funniest thing is that a couple days ago the AAC is locked in and the ACC might not even make it. It's just
so
unbelievable.
crazy.
That is the absolute, like, if you want to point to like the worst part of the modern college football sphere, like How did that happen?
I mean,
No sense for sure.
it could be the worst part. People could argue it's the best part with the 12-team format. I don't
Very
know.
fair, very fair.
Yeah, and you had, what was it? Oh, yeah, and Alabama jumped Notre Dame. Notre Dame was 9. Alabama was 10.
I mean, that's reasonable. Notre Dame didn't deserve to be
Now,
there
I have a proposition for you guys for prediction with Conviction Friday.
Okay.
I say we pick every conference championship game.
Yeah.
Guy with the worst record has to do a punishment.
I like it.
I'll bring
We'll
it
do it
back.
Friday,
Maybe we can start with a clean slate or something.
Yeah.
You know,
And
the
how many
holidays are
games
coming
they
up.
lose by? If someone goes 0-8 and the other two guys go 6-2, we need to metric that.
Yeah,
for
and
sure.
we'll crowdsource the punishment we'll ask some people, but I think that makes it a little spicier because we're not picking these big dogs. It's just win, baby.
I mean, we definitely have to
just
all
win,
eyes are in
baby.
conference
we have
championship
to pick
weekend.
these conference championships one way or the other. So let's
sure.
do it.
All right, speaking of conferences, UB hosting St. Bonaventure this Saturday at 2 p.m. That's going to be a massive matchup. Obviously, I'm sure Alumni Arena will be going nuts. Who can tell me who St. Bonaventure's playing tonight?
Oh, I saw this earlier.
No spread.
Oh, man.
There's
That must be really
There's 0-0 on the season, their opponent.
Oh, what?
St. Bonaventure's 7-1 with a loss to, I believe, UNC.
And they're a D1 team?
Yes. Maybe not. Probably not.
Is it local?
This team hasn't played a game in over a year.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Bloomsburg University.
Oh.
All right.
So, yeah, Bloomsburg.
Where the hell is
We'll see
that?
how that goes.
Indiana. Bloomsburg, Indiana.
Syracuse.
Oh, that's a basketball state.
Yeah.
You're in trouble, St. Bonnie's.
Syracuse beat number 13 Tennessee last night. Big win.
Insane win. This Syracuse team, I don't know how I feel about
Bunch of
them.
doo-doo, and now they got a top 15
It
win.
makes no sense.
Yep.
And so
Yeah.
definitely a team to keep an eye on going down the line.
Yeah.
Like I've said before, Carmelo Anthony's son playing for him now. That's exciting.
New
in
York
itself.
State might be the basketball state now.
Dude, yeah.
You
New York
got
State-
St. John's down in the city. You got
Bonnie,
Cuse,
Buffalo,
you got Bonnie and
Cuse.
UB. Yeah. So, yeah.
California's kind of back too over there. Cal's at 6-1. You got the Anteaters as well. I mean, college basketball all over the place as well, not just the football.
Absolutely. Yep. Duke stays undefeated. Basketball, your Celtics get it done against the Knicks. Lakers trailing by 20, you said?
Trailing very badly in the first quarter. Power back, looked like a different team in the second quarter. Second half, Jaylen Brown goes on to drop a 40-piece. Celtics starting to heat up without Tatum, starting to figure out this new young core team. And when that all gels and a certain Agent Zero might come back, who knows? Celtics could be scary in the East. Who knows?
Nuggets and West. Don, you see anything else crazy happening in the NBA? Are we on a collision course for Nuggets, OKC, in the Western Conference?
I think so. I mean, OKC just keeps taking care of business. I've been kind of, for that reason, I've been tuned out a little bit of NBA. Normally, I pick up right around Christmas. I've been so locked in with the Sabres and, been going to so many games that I haven't gotten a proper assessment. And the league's just been, I think after the gambling thing, they've just been kind of quiet. Do see LeBron has managed to keep his 10-point streak.
Oh my gosh,
alive.
I want to say something about LeBron.
And the All-Pro.
I don't know if this is the same thing we're talking about, but last night, I believe it was last night, Lakers Suns, if not, it was the night before. JJ Redick had to scream 3 times full down the court, try and get LeBron's attention. You can hear him on TV going,
just bullshitting with them.
And Bron is literally just facing the Suns bench, smiling and chit-chatting it up with the Suns bench players. And JJ Redick ends up calling a timeout. Can't get Bron's attention to run the play.
He's like, go to the other side.
And then when they're all going to the huddle, Bron is still talking to the Suns bench. Everyone in the comments saying, oh, yeah, it's his last year.
Yeah, last year for sure.
We got some Let's Go Knicks in the chat. All right.
No.
Knicks run was fun last year. I'm sorry that they took out of your Celtics. If it was in the Eastern Conference Finals, I think you would have enjoyed it a little
We're
bit
going to
more.
get our get back this year.
Yeah, you need to get back.
They're not going to see it coming. Jason Tatum's going to come out the woodwork like Batman.
Speaking of a get back.
Suit. Jason Tatum. My money tall. Jason Tatum.
Speaking of get back, who was the masked man at War Games?
I don't know, man. I saw some theories.
It's a position holder. No, it's a position holder. That's so. The person that it was that night isn't going to be the same person that it's revealed as.
No, 100%. I did see a replay and some comments that agreed with me. It could look like, it kind of looked like Austin Theory.
And he was supposed to be in that spot originally, people said.
Precisely. So it could have been like
why are we pushing theories? Nobody cares.
I don't know. Why was he even supposed to be in that spot to begin with?
Well, he's a chicken shit heel. He would have been like a good fifth guy.
For like the...
McIntyre's a much better alpha. Do you think
they want to like bring him into the Vision?
Yeah, I mean, I have no idea.
They could. I mean, here's the thing though. Are we really playing it as like that was Rollins going forward? There was a thing on Monday night where they're like, you bastard Heyman, like, I know that was you, and he's playing dumb.
Yeah, no way. He has no clue. Heyman's just trying to act like he knows. You can't have Heyman just be behind everything.
Dastardly son of a bitch.
Dastardly SOB. Gunther, LA Knight, Cena tourney final. You got a pick yet?
Chalk.
Gunther.
Okay, rear naked choke, Gunther, even though he's been tapped out very easily. Hey, I would love if it's LA Knight, but it still doesn't make sense. Hunter, after this Cena retirement tourney, no confidence.
No confidence. Sabres, Flyers tonight. Again, we talked about Ellis maybe being in that. We'll see. Do we have an update from that? Has anyone tweeted out the lines or anything?
Definitely don't have lines yet. Might have a goaltender update.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Who's the last off the ice? Sam Urson is starting for Philly. 3-1 with a 1.83. Sabres cancel the morning skate in Philadelphia this morning, so there's no morning skate. Okay, with that said, Polymarket's live. The app is running. We've been on it a little bit. Been checking it out. Looks like a smooth interface. Should be interesting to see how they grow out there with their official partnerships, and excited to see. The other thing we're excited to see as a final note on the show, I believe, before the crash out line, the Diddy doc. Is Diddy going to be crashing out over this doc? I'm only about 30 minutes in. I'm kind of where you were. Like you were talking to me last night. You're kind of surprised by the beginning. You're now a full episode in. Don, you've seen it all.
I've seen it. I binged all of it last night. All four.
So first of all, clap it up for Don. He's working for the people.
Oh yeah.
He's less than 24 hours. He's been working like a dog. So,
yeah.
Give me a number rating, and then maybe with spoiler free, what surprised you the most out of 10?
Number rating. I'm gonna give it a 8.7. I want to go higher, but here's the thing: when you binge, sometimes it's like you need to find the next thing. I feel like I have to watch the last episode because I was locked in, but I was drifting off a little bit. It was very good. I liked it. I think the surprise for me was it was because I was so young when all the Pac and Biggie stuff was going on. I missed a lot. And seeing, and not just hearing testimonies, but seeing like the video, and this isn't a spoiler because you can find it anywhere, of him with Sting doing the "I'll Be Missing You."
Yeah,
ridiculous moment on stage.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say for it happening mere months after someone that's supposedly his best friend dying.
The "I'll Be Missing You" video alone is so delusional. It starts with Diddy on a motorcycle and he has like an accident.
Yeah.
It's like Diddy is the one that had the accident. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, he's like, as 50 Cent said, kind of shows you his character.
Sometimes you show your character.
I'll say it's cool because it's a doc that ends, but the story didn't end, even though he got. This isn't a spoiler. They show it right in the first episode. He got convicted of a few of the charges. Others were dismissed. There's still 70 pending civil cases.
Yes.
He's involved
over 100,
in.
Well, it's the OJ situation where he got off the criminal. Now you get the civil. He's not gonna be able to live his life for the rest of his life. So that's all that matters. And it sounds like he shouldn't, based on some of the accusations or whatever.
I'll say too, and this is actually not a spoiler because it's shown right in the beginning. All the footage they have of him before he went to jail that 50 Cent was able to obtain, that's just crazy.
Oh my God!
He was filming everything of him in the hotel room.
When he looks out the hotel room and there's 3 NYPD officers on the opposite roof, just parallel with his window.
Yeah,
that's the craziest shit I've ever seen.
Absurd.
I will say, first episode after my immediate reaction. When I did say on stream last night, They're kind of playing devil's advocate.
No, not
that
anymore.
changes very fucking quickly.
No, because they're trying to convince you that they're going to be unbiased, and then they get to the
But
bias.
also, they do a great job of filling you in with New York's hip hop culture, promotion, show culture. Don, I'm sure you found that very interesting as a showman yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I like, this is in episode 1, 2, but how he was just kind of an intern and like then helping putting events together, and he put on an event. Did you see that?
Oh my
event?
gosh, I had no idea
where
that
like
that was how
10 people died,
that was how
and he
became
didn't.
famous. He was basically.
Oh, dude, he's had a lot of collateral damage.
I had no idea.
He was like
that.
the original Travis Scott.
Yeah, no, so sorry, I'm just making sure because I don't even think I got to this part of the episode yet. That's the event that he held at the theater where people got like locked in by security, right?
It was
yeah,
the celebrity basketball.
yes. Okay,
the doors were locked. Like 9 people got crushed and died.
Crushed. Like literally a person got crushed.
I had no idea that's how
people got
he
crushed. Like unbelievable. Yeah. All right. So again, that's all terrible. Check out the Diddy doc. Make your own opinions for yourself, obviously. With that said, opinions for themselves. Sounds like, Don, a couple people had those on the crash outline as we wrap up Trainwreck today.
Yep. Yeah. Let's get those out. All right. Let's start.
Huge shout out, by the way, the team here, Brockman Media, Herd of Buffalo. Make sure you're following along. Herd of Buffalo, Trainwreck Sports, new LOL Buffalo just dropped. We got new segments dropping. Make sure you're following along for all that action.
Folks, it's the Trainwreck Sports Crash Out line.
No good, rotten, four-flushing lowlife. I don't know who the you are, but you have no idea what you're doing. Ah, hell, diddly ding dong crap! Not the beast! Pray to the God of skinny punks that this wind doesn't pick up, because I'll come over there and jam an oar up your...
Yeah.
All right.
Enough said, Mr. Farley.
All right.
With all due respect.
Let's start with, we got 2 calls and a text. I'm going to start with 1 call. This is nice, short, and sweet.
Man, Sean McDermott's trying to play Keon Coleman's daddy. You're not that boy's daddy. Let that boy play.
Let the boys play.
Not that boy's daddy.
Yeah, I think the analytic people are mad at Keon. He doesn't get open enough, the effort. And then the traditionalists are like, this is just a big football player. Let the boy play.
That boy is corrupt.
The real traditionalists are like, you don't miss a team meeting. I don't care how good you are.
There's 2 different types of traditionalists there.
So then we got this text from our boy Mendez.
Oy.
Nice road win, but Joe Brady gets worse by the game. Fires candy.
We knew this was going to happen right when it happened. The fact that they were able to use the same plays so often, it didn't really solve anything, and we'll have to see. The Joe Brady verdict is still out.
Yeah,
you can't run a historic offense against them and fault them for that.
Yeah, by the way, Mendez, you got our text. Shoot us a text of your address. Like, we're not going to dox you. We have a gift.
Dude.
We have a gift.
We want to send you
gift
something.
for you.
Promise.
It's a t-shirt. You're going to like it. All right. So, and then let's get to our last call. This is from another friend, too.
Hey, guys. It's Greg Head. And sorry if there's any background noise here. I'm just walking out of a freaking Spencer Gifts right now.
Oh, no.
Why are you there, bro?
Get my daughter something. So, anyways.
What?
What? I'm crashing in, guys. I'm not crashing out. I'm crashing in. I've been on Cloud 9 all week. What a freaking game. I mean, we went into Pittsburgh and we bullied the bullies. That's what Colin Cowherd, Pat McAfee, everybody in the national spotlight, the PMT guys, they're all saying that. And, to have that record broken for the first time in 50 years, the most rushing yards, I mean, what a performance. I got to admit it, I was on Joe Brady 2 weeks ago, but that was a masterclass. Doing that same play 32 times and having that kind of success, I mean, that was insane. And, Cam Hayward, what a punk baby back bitch he is. I mean, dude, you're a 450-pound freaking defensive end. The heart and soul veteran of the meanest team in the land, and you're going to be sitting in the principal's office being like, he hurt me. Josh Allen, he kneed me in my tummy. Now my tummy hurts. And come on, man. Yeah, this is the franchise quarterback of the NFL here. Come on, man. Ridiculous. What a punk bitch. And so anyways, I can't wait to move on to Bengals and get some revenge against Cincy. and just wipe the floor with Joe Burrow and those stupid freaking frosted tips he's got. And the Cincinnati Bengals Instagram account's been playing the stupid snow divisional
I have
game
seen
warm-up
this.
video
They
he
just
had.
keep
He did the
playing that same
360
video.
What
through
was
the
Joe Burrow
ball in the
throwing?
snow, like,
That was our guy Tape
Yeah.
Games. We got that, by the way.
Man.
Fuck.
Anyways, looking forward to this
Very
weekend,
excited.
guys.
Yeah.
You know, let's go get the dubs, and you know, we'll chat next week. Love you guys.
Yeah.
Love you too,
that was,
Greg
that was a
Head.
decent
Love you
crash
too,
out.
Greg Head.
Yeah, I like. I
Crash
mean,
in, as he said.
I like when the a little positivity and so you can call us for anything.
A short.
Yeah, crash in,
Yeah,
crash out, whatever
like
you
I
got.
think when you lose control of yourself, that's a crash out. He had control the whole time. He knew what he was saying. He was keeping it contained. He was crashing in.
Yeah, and so the number is 716-226-6263. Throw *67 before that if you want to keep your number private. Though we protect all your numbers, anything like that, we won't leak it. We love you guys. Thanks so much.
Whether
for
you
watching.
want to crash in or crash out, don't do it online. Crash out on our line.
Well, folks, that's our number for today. Make sure you're following Herd of Buffalo, Trainwreck Sports for all the action as we get into December. We've got a lot on deck. Again, we're looking for revenge on Cincy. We're looking for a big Sabres win tonight. Let's start it all off and make sure to have a good day now. Bye.